These smart plugs are amazing. I use them for everything. So this is the 4-pack. You can see it's just simply the outlet with an on-off button on the side. Go ahead and plug these in so it can start pairing them. You'll notice in a power strip, can't actually plug them in right next to each other because they are a little bit larger than that. So we will start with these 3. Initially, when you plug them in, there will be a solid blue LED. When you add a device, you can do it manually or it will start searching for a device. Let's see if I press and hold this, if it will recognize the device. Pressing and holding it, put it into pairing mode so it's automatically recognized. Once you add this, it's going to ask for your Wi-Fi network. So you just put in the Wi-Fi credentials and now it is working on pairing this device. Looks like it added, no issue. Let's go ahead and give this a name. So now we can turn it on and off with this. You can see once you turn it off, the light turns off as well. We can add a schedule so we can have it turn on at a certain time and date. We can also add a circulate schedule and add a start and end time. We can also add a random schedule. This is nice if you go on vacation and you want the lights to turn on somewhat randomly to make it look like you are home. And the inching schedule is nice if you want to turn it on manually and then you can have it turn off after a specified amount of time. So say, for example, if we set this to 5 seconds, then turn it on. Once we turn this on, you can see it's off right now. We'll press to turn it on and then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it will go ahead and automatically turn off. Another nice thing about these smart sockets is you can measure the load on this. To demonstrate this, I will use this light that has variable brightness. So let's go ahead and plug it in. We'll turn on the power. So now this is on. It is indicated that it is on here. And then if we go to electricity, so right here shows the total kilowatt hours that it has used today. You can see the current, we're at 466. Now, if I turn this up to 100%, this goes up to 629. So that's milliamps, just about 50 watts of power, 120 volts. Now let's go ahead and start turning this down. We'll go all the way down, just 10% brightness on this. And you'll notice that it is so low that it is not even registering anything. Let's go up a little bit more to about 25% and it shows just at about 7 watts of power. Another nice thing about this is you can go to the settings and if you need to clear the power data for any reason, you can go ahead and do that. I use this feature a lot for doing various tests. Another cool feature, overcharge switch. If it is less than 3 watts for 40 minutes, you can have it automatically turn off. This is especially nice if you go on vacation or something and you just have things plugged in, but they're no longer using power. You can just turn it off completely. You can also use this child lock if your kids figure out how to turn this on and off. We use this a lot because we have this hooked to our TV. I use these a lot for testing, so I have them labeled so I know which is which. This is the one I use for my computer desk. I'm just curious how much a bunch of monitors and lights in my computer use for power and how much this is going to cost me throughout the year. These are incredibly easy to set up and to configure, but the main reason I did this is for the energy monitoring. I've used about 10 different brands of smart outlets like this. Out of all that I've used, these are my favorite, mostly because they do energy monitoring, but also because these are really inexpensive. I'm really impressed with what you get for the price for these. I've had no issues with these. I use the Smart Life app for a bunch of different things. I highly recommend that for areas where you have some power strips and you want a little bit more control, you plug these in before you plug in the power strip. That way you can remotely turn it on or off. You can also monitor how much energy you are using and start making better energy decisions. It's been about 5 months since I purchased these and made that first part of the video. So I have this plugged into my desk setup here. So I've got everything going into power strips into a single outlet so I can measure how much power I'm using. You can see using the app each month how much power I'm using. So I'm powering a bunch of lights, some cameras, computer monitors. I think that's more or less it. But I threw everything on a spreadsheet for all of the complete months I had to get this average of kilowatt hours. And based on how much I'm paying for electricity, it ends up being about $8 to $10 per month that it cost me to run my desk setup here. I don't really know what that means, if that's good or bad, but it is interesting and it is nice that I have this to let me know exactly how much power I am using.